Well, good morning Manukau Christian School students and families, staff. Welcome to Term 2. Now, if Term 1 was a bit weird, well it was, well Term 2 is likely to be weirder. Having gone through lockdown and lived in a bubble, that might have been a bit weird, but Term 2 is starting off pretty strange. How's it going to pan out? Well, we don't really know, but welcome to Term 2. Here we are, all in this together. I think it's appropriate that we give thanks to start with to the Lord for seeing us through the lockdown with some pretty good outcomes. So New Zealand seems to have broken the community transmission of COVID-19. That is brilliant. And it appears that is the case, so that's fantastic. Let's give thanks that the number of people infected daily are dropping. Let's give thanks that businesses can start up again. And let's give thanks that schools like ours can gradually reopen a few students at a time. Let's give thanks that through this trial, nobody has died from lack of toilet paper. Sadly, there have been some fatalities. Acknowledge that. Give thanks that although things did look dire, Mr. Slaney did not actually run out of coffee beans during lockdown. That was really good. Hey, our motto as a school is excellence for Christ. Now, what does that really mean during level 3 of COVID-19? What does it mean? Does it refer just to academics? Academics are really important. Excellence in academics is a core thing. It also refers to more than that. Excellence in our attitudes, excellence in honesty, excellence in integrity, excellence in truthfulness. This term we're going to focus on truthfulness. Why? Because it's Calvin's term. And the leader of Calvin is May, and May has a bit of a presentation for us. If you click on the other link, you'll be able to watch a presentation from May. May is the leader of Calvin House. By the way, Calvin House won last term. They got the most points. So who's it going to be this term? Students, you better get busy collecting points by doing good things. Anyway, please watch the little clip from May. I'm sure it'll be good. Truth is so important in our lives generally. Parents, we need to know that our politicians and our leaders are being truthful, and sometimes we suspect they're not, and we investigate. Students, you need to know that your teachers are teaching truth, not something else. Really important. All of us need to know that the news is truthful, not, fake news. This COVID-19 situation calls for truth and transparency because truth breeds trust, and we need to be able to trust each other in these difficult times. For example, as a school, we trust that our families are being truthful in saying their children need to attend school during level 3. We trust that it's for genuine reasons. They need to get back to work and can't supervise children. Our families trust that the staff in the school here are doing our very best to provide a hygienic environment. You trust us with your children's safety. We trust that families who are sending children back to us right at the moment, we trust that you've spoken to your children about the need for hygienic practices and you've read carefully through the newsletter that we send out. Families trust that our school is truthful in the way we are disclosing our financial situation to you. And we trust that parents are telling us the truth when they say that they might be facing some financial difficulties. We trust each other. That is what being in community is all about. And trust is based on truthfulness. Students, the truth for you is that being on site at school this week and this next 2 weeks is actually probably not going to be very much fun for you at all. I say welcome to Term 2, but Term 2, at least the first 2 weeks of it, is going to be quite tough. There is a long list of things you cannot do. You cannot play on the playground. You cannot sit down on the ground. You cannot sit down on anything actually except your one chair that you'll be told to sit on in class. You cannot share toys. You cannot play tag. You cannot kick a ball. You cannot hold hands with friends. You cannot share a book. You cannot share food. You cannot share a sheep. And I'm not pulling the wool over your eyes, sorry. You cannot move around your classroom, sit on the mat, touch your face except with a tissue. You cannot leave your bubble and play with anybody else. That's a long list of things that aren't fun. But that's just how it is because we're in level 3 of a COVID-19 lockdown. I'm sorry. Students, the truth is there are lots of things you need to do. You must sit in the same seat all day. You must do exactly what your teacher asks. It's very important. Could be for your safety or the safety of others. You must wash your hands for at least 20 seconds with soap before eating, after using the toilet, or after touching pretty much anything. See, truth is fundamental to our lives and to our faith. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody comes to the Father except through me. Jesus was killed by the Jews and the Romans together for claiming to be God, for making those sorts of statements. Now, was he telling the truth? Was that actually truth? And if not, why did he die for a claim that wasn't true? And if it wasn't true, well, why did he allow himself to go through that? If he knew it wasn't truth, was he a madman? Was he deluded? Was he crazy? Did he die on the cross because he thought he was God when actually he wasn't? Or was he telling the truth? And we need to figure that one out. In our pursuit of truth, we need to grapple with the question, well, who was Jesus? And what do we do with the things he said about himself? Pursuit of truth means honestly grappling with the claim Jesus made about himself. But back to term 2. The truth is, we do not know how this term will play out. We don't. But we do know that we can trust our God. He is in control. And we do know that we are all in this together. So, welcome to term 2.